Hello everyone, I'm Zishan Shah and welcome to Zinteractive. I'm back again to explain another exciting new update, and this time it is 3D Studio Max 2022. There are a lot of great updates and I will go through most of them in this video. So let's have a look at the new features. First, take a look at SmartExtrude Enhancement. Now, in my previous video of 3D Studio Max 2021.5 update, the link you can find over here at this site. So here, what I explained was I demonstrated how Smart Extrude changed the game. So let's take a look at the 2022 version and let's see what it brings for us. So let me demonstrate by making a small model over here of a box. And here we go. I'll just increase few of the segments here so we can have enough number of polygons. And now we will convert this into editable polygon. And I will turn on the wireframes here so you can see what's going on here in the wireframe. And let me uh, extend the viewport so you can see the whole thing. And by the way, here you can see all the shortcuts I'm applying. So it will be easier for you to know what's going on here. So now I will take some polygons here, and the first thing we'll see here is the hole making, because in the previous version 2021.5 version you were not able to make holes, but let's see how we can make holes here. So I'll take all these polygons here, then I will press shift on my keyboard and move it outwards, and just like that. Now suppose I don't want this and this polygon here. I just want a hole here. So what I will do here is that I will press shift on my keyboard and push it down completely. As soon as I will do that, you will notice that it will make a hole. So that's one great thing about it. So you can easily make holes and you don't have to do Boolean. You don't have to delete the polygons, then bridge them or weld the vertices. All you can do is that just select these polygons and press shift key and just push it down, pull it down, and then it will be gone. Apart from this, you can delete the polygons as well. Like suppose I don't want this one. I just want to delete this whole face over here. So I can just press shift key on my keyboard and push it down, and then it's gone. Similarly here, I don't want this. I will just push it down with a shift key, click it here, shift, pull it down, and just see how easily you can do that. Just press shift key, pull it down, and you can delete. Other thing what we can do here is that, like suppose I can take this polygon here and then press shift key on my keyboard and extrude it outwards. After that, I can take this face, press shift on my keyboard and just push it outwards, but not much, just like this. Now here you will notice that there are some vertices made, and these vertices, if you will notice, are already welded. So that's a very amazing thing over here. It do all these enhancement, all these joining, all these vertices on the go. So it's quite very useful, and I think it's like this enhancement has changed overall the whole thing about it, and it made it work really nicely, and it's so amazing. So I really speechless when I saw this, and then it can convert your objects and it can make your modeling so much easy. And what other thing you can do over here is that, suppose let's go out of this mode and let's make a new cylinder here. I'll like a new primitive of cylinder, and I'll go to my all viewports and I'll go to the front viewport. I'll just make a cylinder here just like that, and then I will just move it outside here, and let's do one thing here. Let's reduce the size of it. And after reducing the size, what I will do here is that I will convert this into editable polygon. After doing that, can go back here so that can really work whole thing. And let's attach this to this one or vice versa so that we can have a one complete like polygon. It will become the part of it officially. So let's press attach over here and click it here. Now it's the part of it. Now what I can do here is that I can just go back to my faces, take this face, okay, and then I will press shift key and just move it here, and this has become the part of it. So if I will press here 3, and you can see that it has become the part of it. And one more good thing about is that, like suppose if I will delete this whole thing here, we'll make a hole. Let's fill this hole and cap it up. So I will cap this hole, take my faces, then I will select this face, press shift key on my keyboard and pull it outwards till the end. And now you can see there is a hole. So it has done the Boolean job as well. So really amazing things you can do with these new updates of SmartExtrude. A lot of things you can do with it. It's really amazing. Now, second thing which I'm really excited about is the symmetry enhancement. So let's have a look at new symmetry enhancement and what we have here. So if I go back to my modifier list here and let's go to the symmetry enhancement here. So I will go to symmetry. And now you will notice that as soon you will move to symmetry, you will have 3 axes. You can turn all of them or each one of them one by one. Suppose if I only want X, I can click on X and I will have an X symmetry. So I can go back here in my symmetry, then I can go to the mirror and I can move the mirror wherever I want. And you can notice here, what do we have? By the way, if you are really interested to learn the whole 3D Studio Max, so you can find the link here. Just click on this eye icon and you will get to my you'll get the link of my 3D Studio Max and like essential series, and you can learn all of this 3D Studio Max with all the details from my videos. So it will really help you, even if you know how to work on 3D Studio Max and you want to polish your skills, so you can also do that. So just if you have noticed here, easily I can move that. Plus I can turn on I can flip it, okay? Or I can turn on my another symmetry, just like Y, and you will notice that I have a Y symmetry also. So if I will move this mirror downwards, a little bit out here, okay, so you can see I have a Y symmetry also. The Y is basically to the other side, so that's why you have to move it. So X is here and Y is here, and I can also turn on Z. And you can see that I have a Z symmetry on the bottom, so I can move it up. And you can see that how nicely I have got this symmetry here. So really easily you can do that. Now suppose if you want to go back, there is a new option here called align to face. So if I click on it, it will move back to the face here and it will align to the face. And you can like reset the gizmo so that it will go back, my mirror will go back there. And if you want, you can just simply go back to the mirror and do the enhancement all over again. Another thing here, what do we have is the pick object. Pick object is also really great. And let's do one more thing. Like before moving to pick object, let's see, we have now another type of symmetry here, which is the radial symmetry. And radial symmetry also works with the axes, but you have to work on them one at a time. You cannot turn them all at once. So if I will go to the x-axis, you can see that I have this x-axis here. I can increase the number of counts here. It will keep on increasing. Let me move this mirror. If I move the mirror outwards, so you can see that it is now giving me, from this angle you can see better, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can move it outwards or like downwards, whatever I want. I can increase the number of counts just like this, and you can see radially it is moving. I can do so much of these things with it. Apart from that, I have here mirror symmetry. I can turn it on and the symmetry will become like mirrored, and I can change these axes. Like if you don't want X, you can do the Y, and with the help of the Y, you can have now on the other side. So you will have that here. Similarly, you have the Z and Z. Let's move this here. Let's reset this align to face and then side, and let's see what do we have here. I think this one will work better if we are on the top viewport. Okay, and you see that how nicely it is moving around. Now let's take a look at pick object. So to pick object, I'll turn this off to 2 for now, and just let's move it to X. Reset this. Now I need a helper for this. I can go to my viewport here for the I create, then I will go to the helpers, and then let's take a point. So I'll create a point from the top viewport somewhere here. Here I have the point now, and then I will go back to my objects here, and I will take the pick object. Now once I will click on the pick object, now this pick object will become the point for my radial symmetry or planar symmetry or whatever symmetry you're using. Now if I will move this point wherever I want, so you can see that the symmetry is moving accordingly. So if I'll rotate it, it will rotate with that. Okay, so let's go to the other update, which is about the slice modifier and how slice modifier has been enhanced in the version 2022 of 3D Studio Max. Let's see that now. So slice modifier, as you know, was introduced, but now it has been more enhanced, and you can work much more in an advanced way in it, and it will give you much more new good features. So let's see about this one. So I have here a normal sphere. You can see that without any changes. I just moved the base pivot, like the pivot to the base. So the pivot is on the base right now, and just a regular sphere, and I just turn on the wireframe so you can see what's going on. And now I will go in the modifier list and I will turn on here the slice modifier tool, and here it is. As soon as I will turn it on, you will notice that it kind of looked like you can say like the same as the symmetry modifier. You have the like slice along all these axes. You can turn all of them or one at a time. You can align to the face. You can pick object here. You can split or like remove positive. These are like specifically for the slice tool. These you don't have in symmetry, but these you can find in symmetry, and these are specifically for the like slice tool. Now right now I have Z axis, so it will move in the Z direction. You can see that this blue arrow is like showing the Z direction here. So if and you can see the slice type right now, it's refined mesh. So if I will go here and choose the slice plane here and move it up, wherever it is going, it is kind of refining an edge there. It will create a like side of like a refined mesh over there. So it's kind of refining it, adding an edge. If I will choose split, so it will split it, so it will become 2, and I can remove positive, so the top part can go away. I can remove negative, so bottom part can go. And one more thing, let's do remove positive, and I want a cap on it, so I can turn on the cap as well. And you can see that while I'm moving, I can have this sort of result. Okay, or from the bottom, the same thing. Quite good, and really like you can say handy tool if you want to slice up anything. And apart from that, you can do a radius slice as well. First, let's see if you can have multiple number of these. Okay, now I have Z and Y. I can like turn the Z off, so I can have Y. If I'll turn off the Y, I can have X, or I can turn all of them on. So you can have something like this, and if you will move it around, you will have a really nice sort of a result. Okay, so much of the good things you can do with this. So I hope you have liked this one. Let's take a look here. Let's turn on, let's go to the radial. As soon you will go to the radial, you will notice that it splits into two, the slice, uh, like kind of a tool, because you will get now the radial slice angle. So you can turn on and off the radial and the way you want it. It's totally up to you. You can change these angles, but as you know, in the radial, you cannot work on all of them at once. You have to use one at a time, because it doesn't make sense if you're using all of them at the same time. And one more thing we can do here is that let's go back to the planer here and let's see one thing. Let me go and press M on my keyboard, M for material. So I will have this material editor here. What I will do here is that I will take a multi-sub object here, and then I right click, materials, general, and I will use, let's say, physical material. So I'll choose the physical material, and this one, first one, I will change the color to something purplish, and let's make a duplicate copy of it by pressing shift and moving around. You will get the duplicate copy of it, and I will change this one to something else like green. This I will put it on ID1, and this one on ID2. And let's see, right click and assign material to selection. Now soon you will see that this has been assigned here, and what I can do is that I can set the cap material on. So you will see that the ID number 2, which is like ID number 1, is assigned to the cap, the other color is assigned to the ID2. So this is like one good feature here. You can set a different color to the like a separate like a separate material to the cap. So you can do this, and you know, so many other things. It's really enhanced and really nice thing they have introduced here. Next we have here relax modifier. Now relax modifier have introduced volume preservation, which is something I really liked, and it also made things easier. So let's take a look at it. Now I have here a very simple model of this mushroom, and we'll apply the relax modifier on it. So what I will do here is that I will go to my modifier list and I will search for the relax modifier here. And after applying, let's see what sort of result we get over here. So I'll apply the relax modifier here, and let's first increase the iteration. So this much is fine. And you can see that it's the result is quite good. It's like, it's not kind of damaging or kind of like, you know, changing my volume over here. So it's more like giving me a very nice result here. I can also increase the like relax value here on the top, and I can adjust here. So quite good result I got it. Not that destructive, but like, you know, just notice how well the volume is preserved. The reason it is preserved because we have this new option, which is preserve volume. As soon I will uncheck this, you will notice that the whole volume is gone. It's it's kind of destructed, and or you can say it's more like deteriorated, and I don't have any volume anymore. So how nicely you can see this preserve volume works. It relaxes your like polygons here, and at the same time it preserves your volume. So it's a quite good handy feature. I really like this new enhancement in the relax modifier. So let's move to the next one, and here we have the subdivide modifier enhancement. Now I will not go in detail for this modifier enhancement because it's more dealing with the Modifiers, as you know, like you can subdivide, you can apply the retopology on it, you can convert triangular to quad, and once you are done with this, you can now clean the mesh more perfectly. So quite good enhancement is this. So I will just skip this one and move to the next one, which is the floating viewport. I really like floating viewport because it gives me an option to open up a floating window, and that floating window I can do a lot with that also. So let's like take a look and like deep into this, how we can work with the floating viewport now. So here I have a scene of a bust and some Arnold lights over here with the backdrop. It's quite a simple scene. Now, if I wanted to see this scene and work on my project at the same time, so I can create another viewport, and that viewport can be a floating viewport which you can move to your second screen if you're using a dual screen setup or a widescreen monitor. So what you need to do only is that just have to press this plus button, and after that you'll get these all these options here. So one of the options here at bottom is the float viewport option. So if I will choose to float viewport 1, it will give me the same viewport or maybe different one. Then you can change it to whatever you want, because this is the physical camera I'm using, same as this one. And you can notice that here it's like I'm in the DX mode. Now one other thing I can do with this is that I can put it anywhere else. Now you can see that I can like these light like paths are showing over here. Maybe if I have some helpers, it will show the helpers, and it's showing the accessories, and I have the border around it. What if I don't want the borders here? Okay, like plus one more thing you can do is that if I will take the camera here, okay, and I can move the camera, and you can see that because it's a physical camera, it's moving here as well. So that also you can do. But as I was saying, these lines from the camera or from the lights, the helpers, all these accesses, this border, if you don't want to see it and you want a clean viewport, so what you can do, you can go to another view option here, which is known as presentation mode. This is something new here. So if, as soon you will click on it, you will notice all those paths, all those screens, everything is removed from here. And you can just go over here, hover, and you will get these all other options here back, and you can choose whatever you want. Suppose I don't want the DX mode here, and instead of DX mode I want to use active shade using Arnold, and as soon I will click on it, I will get the Arnold viewport. Now it's all completely without any sort of disturbance that you get usually, and you sometimes you get annoyed by those like paths, those helpers, and those things. Now this is very clean up. Suppose if I want to change my uh, like camera over here, so it will also do some changes here as well. So like very easily you can do that. A very nice result. You can move it to your like second screen, and you will have a very nice work. You can see the output. Right now I'm using GTX 1080 8 GB. If you're using higher than that, maybe RTX 2000 series, 3000 series, you will it will work much more better with that. One more thing we have here is the physical camera settings here. Now, some of the settings were already there, some are new. So I'm not sure which were new and which are like which were already existing. So I'll explain what I found here. First of all, if you will go down in your physical camera, you'll see the exposure. You can control the exposure here. You can increase the exposure. You can decrease the exposure here. You can change the light mode from here. Choose any sort of light mode that you're looking here. So it will give you like different sort of like like result in the camera itself instead of using light. You can change the temperature here. Like if suppose I wanted to, like a warmer scene, so I can enhance, make it warmer. I can make it like custom. I can increase the like vignette effect. So suppose right now there is no vignette. As soon as I will start increasing that, you will notice the vignette will start appearing on the screen. So now you can see that there are some vignette around it. So you can see now some vignette is appearing here. So if I will increase it more, it will keep on going more, but I don't want that one. this much is enough. You can add bokeh effect directly, and you can see that how it's happening. Perspective control, you can work on the perspective control. Anything about in the perspective, tilt or lens shift, lens, and everything will show over here, will work very nicely. I don't know if these are new or maybe they are working now much more better with the enhancement of the new like a floating viewport, or you can say the presentation mode over here. Now, these are not the only new features we have. We have a couple of other features, such as we have new Arnold features. We have some new Arnold features. We have enhanced push modifiers, and also smoothing has become very fast now. Whether it is a like mass smooth or turbo smooth or normal smooth. Also, now you can work with more than 9 GPUs. If you have 10 GPUs, you can work with them. Before, only 9 was supported, but now you can use like 10 GPUs if you have them. The OSL, the like open system for the like the shaders and the shading, and it's now enhanced as well. The texture baking has been introduced, and like few of the options were there, but not purely it was texture baking, which is now enhanced as well. And some new features are also introduced. Mesh clean is there, just like I explained it to you before. We have new like security preferences. So I hope you enjoyed today. So thanks a lot for joining me today, and it was quite like fun discovering new enhancement and features of 3D Studio Max 2022 version. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed to it yet. And please let me know in the comment section below, what do you think 3D Studio Max 2022 will be introducing next? And which feature is your favorite one? So please let me know that too. And if you have liked my video, don't forget to hit the like button and click on the bell icon, because I'm continuously uploading new content, tutorials, full videos, full courses. So please again subscribe to my channel, stay safe, and keep learning.